Hello again, and thank you for joining Jeff and Jenny's Classic Restorations. Well, today we're getting back to the Direct Bikes 50cc sports scooter. Last week, you should probably remember I had a head injury that's now cleared up, and I think I actually had a little bit of concussion when I was doing last week's video. My memory was going. But today it's a little bit of a change of plan, what I had originally planned to do. So come and join us and I'll show you what I've got up to. Well, I've moved on a little bit since I last seen you. This has all been hammer-righted now. All of the horn is all cleaned up now and all hammer-right under here. The shock absorber here, these were horrible. They weren't rusty as such, but there was all paintwork was chipped, so that's now all done. If you come around here, I've painted up to half of the frame, and I was surprised. It's all very solid, no serious rust whatsoever. And I've gone over with some ACF 50, which has blackened up this panel here. And the plan was today was to put on the speedo unit and then the front part of that with the headlight in. Now let me just show you. I did do this yesterday, and for once I'm actually quite happy with what I've done. I've cleaned up the headlight. It's I used some lamp doctor on the front of it, but this is the burgundy colour, which I think actually does go quite nicely. So that was the plan today. So yesterday decided to clean up the drive cable for the speedo. Obviously that can go back in at the same time, and the inner cable fell out. I thought, well, okay, but unfortunately it snapped in there, so I've ordered another one. It's only about £5 for a new cable, but that's actually put me back now, so obviously I can't put that on without putting the speedo cable in. So that was due to go on with that today. Got another one of these silver covers, the one that Jenny chewed before, and the new tower light has come on. Didn't come with the reflector, but I took that off the old one, so that's ready when we get towards the back. The fan cover is broken, so I've got another one of those, and a new set of front indicators. The wing mirrors came as well, and that panel I had at the back that had the tabs missing just under the headlight, or the tail light rather. I managed to get a new one of those, so we've got the proper tabs on there to screw it on. A few other little bits and pieces, but we can get on, and we've got all that to go back on later. Well, I've just put that on for now. That is bolted on, so that's out of the way. As I say, we can't do much till I get the speedo cable in, and we can get that bit I painted yesterday on there. So looking back now, just that bit, well, looks all right now. So we'll get on, and we'll have to carry on with the panels so that when that speedo drive comes, we can get that front back together again. Well, I think we might as well start with the mud guards. The front section, the back section is black, but that's not too bad. There's a small crack there, which is not a major problem. I think what I'll probably do is, well, I think we just plastic weld it from the back and maybe just fill that there. It's nothing much, so that's just the way about. But we'll get it sanded back and get some of this uneven paint off and everything, and see how we get on with that. Okay, so we've got some 800 grit on this DA sander. As I found with the headlight panel, it's actually red underneath. Someone coated it with this lovely rough silver stuff. So I'm sure as we start going cleaning that off, we'll come back to some of the red. So I'll just start off doing this. You don't have to see all of it, but let's get the mask on and we'll start seeing how we get on with these scratches and that. certainly getting there. Just I'll go over this gently, and we'll get this back to a reasonable finish, and then I'll sort this little crack out. Okay, well, this has all been took a bit of time. It's now quite smooth now. Before it was an absolute nightmare. It's taken a little bit of time to get that right. I've just washed it all and everything inside, and we're going to try and do this little bit of plastic welding. So all we need to do, so the crack is more on the outside, but we're just going to fix it on here, and we're going with some filler on the other side. So we're just going to make just a small line along that crack, just a little line along there. Okay, I think that should is deep enough. I'm just going to put some of this cable tie into it. Should actually strengthen it. Once it starts to melt. Actually, this could have done with getting a bit hotter first. And it's not exactly the most powerfulest soldering iron. I'll cut this off down here somewhere. Make life a bit easier. Right, okay. Okay, I'll keep doing this as you get the idea. Get this to melt into this groove we done. And then once that's done, we can go the other side and just go with a little bit of fine filler on that crack. Well, the soldering iron is next to useless, so what I've had to do now is just use a lighter just to melt the plastic, and then just rub that into that, that'll go hard, just like the other one, but this is definitely a slightly better way as opposed to that pretty weak soldering iron. So I think that should do it actually. Let that just dry and cool down, and we'll do the other side. Okay, so that's nicely sealed behind, and there's just a crack just there. So it's just excuse my thing, I can't find my little spreaders, but this will do for now. Just all you need is a very fine fill in here, and we'll let that dry and sand that back, and that should be the end of the crack, hopefully. Okay, we give that a little while to dry, and then give that a sand down again. And so I think what we do now, we're just come back over here now and just change over these brake levers. I think this one will probably be the easier one, and then obviously we've got a cable on the other one, so let's get started on this one. It looks like it's a 10mm nut on this one, so this one off. That's the wrong way. Yeah. Maybe not, don't know, weird. Yeah, that way. Okay, I'll get this out, I'll come back. Well, that was the locking nut underneath, so I've just got this one loose now. and hopefully that should just come out. There we go. And this is where we find we've got the wrong one, but it looks alright. So this one back in. Okay. Okay, I'll tighten all that one back up and that should be done. There we go. Better than that manky old thing, so that looks the part. Now we've got to do the other side. Probably have to maybe loosen the brake off a little bit at the back to get that one in, because we've still got the cable in there, but I'll get on and do that one, don't need to see that, and then we get back to that that panel again. Well, finally back again now. It took absolutely ages to get this smooth. As we can see, we've gone through to the plastic as well in places. So I'm just going to go over with some of this plastic adhesion promoter. So I'll go over with that. And I have noticed in the past it's better to let this dry for a long time. Well, not a long time, but longer than normal. As you do, sometimes I've had reactions to the paint. So we'll go over with this and let this dry. And then we can go over with some normal primer. Okay, so as I say, we'll leave that to dry a bit longer than normal, and then we'll come back and get some normal primer on there. Well, sorry, finally back. Had to move on quite quickly as it looked like it was going to rain. I also had to move up here because of Jenny, but it's had its primer, it's had the base coat, and it's also now had the lacquer for a couple of coats. So I'm quite pleased with it. It's not as good as the other panel, but it's not bad. I'm quite pleased with it. So I think we'll leave it for today, as there's not much. It's running out of time again. I'll try and persevere getting the other panels ready for the front and try and get them back on the next episode, and then we can move towards the rear and start cleaning that up, the engine and those rear panels. Well, that's it for another week. Sorry, I haven't really moved on much. I was hoping to get this the drive what do you call it, speedometer cable on already, but as you know, it's broken, so that should be here either tomorrow or the next day. So I do apologise about that. We've moved on a little bit now, and I'm going to try and persevere with the other panels, and then hopefully by the time we get back to doing next week's video, we should have all the panels together, plus the drive cable for the speedometer. So thank you to all my subscribers out there. Please comment if you do like the videos, and please hit the like button also if you do like the videos. So from on behalf of Jenny and myself, we wish you a very pleasant day. See you soon. Goodbye for now.